Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. One complaint I guess you can say about constant product reviews and product recommendation channels in general is that sometimes it's hard to just kind of crack down on what we feel like we actually need and what would actually make a good skincare routine. But COSRX have come out with what is, in my opinion, every kind of serum you'll ever need that really do cover all kind of skincare concerns. I am one of the first influencers to review COSRX's new derm serums, which is a huge honor to me because I love COSRX. I always love working with them. They are one of my favorite brands of all time. And COSRX are offering 40% off the James X RX Duo sets. The Duo sets consist of one of the new serums or the cream, plus the vitamin E vitalizing sunscreen. And on the whole, the COSRX website, you can use code JamesCOSRX35 to get 35% off everything. So RX actually stands for prescription. So COSRX means cosmetic prescription. So James RX is my prescriptions for you. COSRX is all about their customer feedback, all about the consumer feedback. And they've looked at the success of like their snail line and kind of thought like, you know, what would our customer base want? So yes, I'm about to introduce you to all the new line. Warning, these are actives. We know not to mix these all together. We can use certain ones together, but they are going to be high percentages. So, you know, little and often. We have 2 retinol products. We have a new sunscreen from COSRX. And 3 of what I feel are kind of like basic serums, but kind of reinvented, renewed. Okay, let's just get straight into it and let's review the new COSRX serums. I've been lucky enough to use these for a while now. And I'm gonna start off with what I thought would be my least favorite serum. This is the Vitamin C 23 serum, super vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. I don't like vitamin C serums. I don't, I say that all the time. But I kind of, whenever I think of vitamin C, I think of the old style vitamin C where it's stingy, it smells, it tingles, it makes me flushed. And COSRX, whilst creating a very traditional vitamin C serum in some cases, I kind of cracked all the crap I don't like about a vitamin C serum. So COSRX say the main goal of this serum is to help fade acne scars, hyperpigmentation, brighten dull, uneven skin, firm and plump. And of course its antioxidant effects do so many things, helping reduce premature aging of the skin, fine lines, wrinkles, all that kind of stuff. We know what vitamin C does. However, what COSRX have done with this whole range of serums is kind of, and what they're good at in general actually, is listening to the customers, listening to reviews, listening to feedback, then trying to create a serum that people actually like to use. So for example, this vitamin C serum does not give you that stingy, tingling, burning sensation that a lot of vitamin C serums do, despite having 23% pure ascorbic acid. Really high percentage. They are always the kind of vitamin C serums I would avoid because they'd make my face hurt. Their goal was maximum effectiveness with minimum irritation. And I must say, for the 2-3 weeks that I've been using that is definitely my experience. I'm always reluctant to use vitamin C's because of that. But I've honestly been really enjoying this. My skin has been dull for a while now. After trialing a few products that I just feel like I've not had a really good luck with recently. A lot of new products I've been trying have kind of let me down and been a bit like, my skin's so irritated. But this is bringing some joy back into my skin. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but this is probably going to be like a daily use product for me, which is weird because I don't really like vitamin C, but I've been seeing good results from this. So as I mentioned, we had 23% pure vitamin C in here with optimal stabilization, but we also have tocotrienol, which is like a super vitamin E, another great antioxidant in here. So you have like that teamwork between tocotrienol, tocotrienol and vitamin C. They do label this as a hypoallergenic stabilized formula, so good for those with even very sensitive skin and absorbing lightly into the skin as well. It's not quite watery like the Kim K vitamin C serum. It's not quite oily either, but it's got that kind of like liquidy sort of thickness to it, where it's not just gonna like travel down your hands and be annoying, you know. Tocotrienol, I'm gonna call it, also can help increase collagen synthesis and elasticity production, as well as just leading to a brighter, more even complexion. Sodium hyaluronate in here as well. We have all the greats in here to help hydrate, and allantoin, which is really soothing and calming. There's been a lot of thought put into this serum and the others to kind of really diminish any even possible irritation that you get with a lot of other vitamin C serums. So does it smell a little bit like hot dog water? Yes, but the smell goes after like a minute. It's got that classic vitamin C smell. That's what I mean by it's like a traditional vitamin C serum, but everything we hate about those serums, everything that's probably put you off using vitamin C serum, they've got rid of. So another serum that I thought I'm it'll probably be nice, but I'm probably not going to use it, is the Hyaluronic Acid 3 serum. I use this every morning, every night now. This is actually hyaluronic acid with amino acids and ceramides. I love that combo. Okay, hang on, I'll tell you a minute. Okay, so its overall goal as a hyaluronic acid serum, as we know, is to hydrate your skin. But then we also have the ceramides, which help strengthen your skin barrier, plump up the skin. You get a dewy, plump skin, whilst also just strengthening it and helping to retain that hydration and moisture. I love hyaluronic acid serums nowadays. They're easy to make. They're everywhere. So CosRX were like, let's actually make a really nice hyaluronic acid serum. They've got like the optimal kind of percentage of 3% hyaluronic acid. They've got that lower molecular weight hyaluronic acid to kind of actually penetrate the skin and plump from within. And you do get that kind of like instant dewy look from this. Again, the amino acid is great for hydrating the skin and keeping it hydrated. And then of course the ceramides. I just love ceramides in serums. For me, they're my favorite way to get ceramides. They're my favorite way to get a good boost, protection, care for your skin barrier without it being some boring pharmaceutical looking cream, you know? So what I love about the serum, right, is the hyaluronic acid. On damp skin, you're obviously going to get a nice dewy complexion, but along with the amino acids and ceramides, not only is your skin just looking glowy, but it's taking care of retaining that, as we know. And over the 3 weeks that I've been using this, I've seen such an improvement in the happiness of my skin. This gives me that dewy glow whilst working to kind of make that a permanent part of my skin, whether I use this product or not. And it's in this kind of like unexpected, like almost like light creamy. No, it's like a watered down cream looking texture that kind of like slicks over your skin like a silky kind of like hydration-y kind of liquid. It's just so nice to use. Honestly, I spray my face with a mist, use this once, pat, 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 then I go over again because I want more. I want more of it and my skin wants more. But you don't need to use much of this serum to get the effects of that feeling of hydration, actual hydration, the look of dewy plump skin, and a good dose of those ceramides that actually takes care of your skin barrier and making your skin look better, glowier, dewier in the long run. This is like, unsurprisingly from CosRX, one of my new favorite serums along with their Cica serum. I'm like in love with it. I absolutely love it. The next serum is the Niacinamide 15 acetylglucosamine and zinc PCA. Now, when I first discovered niacinamide back in my youth, I was in like my early 20s, the reason, and I've mentioned this before in my videos, the reason I use it is because I was breaking out. I was very, very oily, and I heard niacinamide was good for that. I first got kind of like a dose of it in essences and then discovered the other serums, the other niacinamide serums, and the way it would treat my breakouts and the way it eventually, even to this day, helped regulate my sebum production to the point where I'm not constantly blotting my skin with like blotting sheets. I'm not wiping it with my hands, Niacinamide is like a gift given to me. So I get really annoyed when people are like, niacinamide is old, no one cares about it anymore. I think it's a good product that doesn't need to go out of fashion because it just does the job it needs to do and is really, really effective. And CosRX, listening to the feedback from customers, obviously they know it's great at kind of like evening out skin tone, but looking at their own customer reviews, they found that really people are more impressed by the effectiveness of niacinamide on acne and breakouts over its brightening properties. So CosRX kind of made a niacinamide serum to help target that rather than just standalone brightness and even skin tone. So this does all of that. This helps with breakouts, even out skin tone, controls sebum production, helps with congested looking pores. That's another thing niacinamide does. We know niacinamide just has a tick list of everything it can do. So we have a few more interesting things in here than just your average niacinamide serum. So we have 2% N-acetylglucosamine, which smooths, NAG we're going to call it from now on, which smooths rough skin texture. So the NAG is kind of referred to as a gentler AHA, so exfoliating gently, whilst also maintaining hydration. So you kind of got that PHA kind of like benefit in there too. Obviously working with niacinamide to help even out your skin tone. We have 1% zinc PCA, which we know is good for those breakouts, is acne fighting. And then we have allantoin in here as well, which can help reduce any kind of irritation, redness, it's soothing, calming. And then we have, of course, 15% niacinamide. I thought I was done with like niacinamide serums. I was like, oh, fine, I'll find niacinamide in everything else. I thought I was done with hyaluronic acid, but these are kind of like, if you're gonna bring out what is a popular serum using the most popular ingredients, it's nice to see these new takes on the serums, and genuinely quite exciting for someone who reviews skincare like every day. It's nice to see these kind of like new takes on what people are actually buying as well, you know? Okay, now let's talk about the retinols. I stopped using retinols for a bit because they did cause me some irritation. I have only been using these retinols for about 3 weeks now. So far, so good. So that's what I can say for now. But I had used all these other serums. I was like, they've really done a good job here at kind of like not hurting me in any way, which is kind of what I expect from COSRX. These are the 2 new retinol products. We have the retinol cream and the retinol super vitamin E and squalane 0.5, 0.1. These are the newest launches from COSRX since the launch of the other 3 serums that I just showed you. And you're the first to see them. Look at them. Look at them. Let's start with the Retinol 0.1 cream with super vitamin E and panthenol. A great percentage to start on, and I would also say like a kind of great way to introduce it into your routine in a cream. So of course its main ingredient is 0.1 retinol, pure retinol, to help with new fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, acne scars, all that kind of stuff. And this cream also moisturizes. COSRX have managed to stabilize their retinol. Of course we know retinol is very hard to stabilize, which kind of like results in all these kind of like alternatives that we have going on nowadays. This is kind of like a cream that's made for first-time retinol users, so you have a good dose of retinol with 0 irritation, in my experience. And they team that up with panthenol, allantoin, hyaluronic acid to kind of create what they call this golden ratio of synergy. So obviously that's soothing, hydrating, caring, but then we also have that vitamin E in there again, tocotrienol, to help maximize the effects of retinol with its antioxidant abilities. And honestly, in this cream, it's just like a nice moisturizer. It's like lightweight, but obviously evening time use. It's hydrating, it's like firming, it's a really nice cream in general, even if it didn't have retinol in. And for me, it's been so nice. It's been really nice. Have I seen retinol benefits yet? Not yet, no, because honestly, I don't think, like I haven't had Botox in a while, but I do get Botox and filler and things like that. So as far as like a general use product, as far as how it feels on my skin and any irritation, it's been a really, really nice product to use. And again, with their other retinol, the retinol 0.5, so these really are like nice starting out retinols, but this is more of like a serum-y oil, which retinol and oil is always really nice at kind of buffering that retinol and kind of preventing much irritation. So of course it's going to help improve fine lines, wrinkles, elasticity of the skin, firmness, plumpness, whilst also moisturizing the skin as well. And this is particularly made for those who are kind of like their skin is used to retinols, but still get that drying sensation from it. Again, with pure retinol, no derivatives. We have our vitamin E. We also have squalane in here as well. So you get a really nice kind of like moisturizing factor from the squalane, but works with retinol to kind of retake care for those people with drier skin. And with that plant-derived squalane, it's kind of like that dry oil feeling. Do you know what I mean? Because squalane is a skin identical ingredient. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel greasy. Yeah, it doesn't feel matte. It just kind of feels like a more oily moisturizer. But this is great for like my oily skin, so like my T-zone. And this has been really good on the cheeks as well, where I usually flush from using retinol. So I feel like 0.5 to 1% is my peak of what I can use. But with these moisturizing and soothing ingredients alongside, they've just been really, really nice. The usage of these products the customer experience, the effects on my skin, how my skin feels, they are a pleasure to use with results, with benefits, without the kind of having to tiptoe around all the potential irritations and stingies. As I mentioned, it's nice to see new takes on kind of like the fundamentals of a skincare routine. Let's talk about the new sunscreen, because I love this. I have been waiting for a new sunscreen from COSRX for the longest time. This is my favorite sunscreen they've ever done. Maybe because it's perfect for my skin. I love their aloe one, but in summer, that's a winter one for me. In summer, it's a little bit heavy for my oily T-zone. This is their vitamin E vitalizing sunscreen with tocopherol. This is a 50+. Of course, with all these actives going on, whether you're using them morning or night, you must wear sunscreen. There's no point using any product, any of these actives, any of these skin evening, anti-aging ingredients if you're not gonna wear sunscreen. Especially in summer, there's no point. You've wasted money, you've wasted your time, you wasted my time, you wasted your time. Again, we have this tocopherol, which is vitamin E, an extra dose of antioxidant to help against that skin damage, fine lines, wrinkles. We have silica in here, which helps with that oily sebum, making it great for summertime because your oils are kicking in. This kind of like gently it's getting oilier and oilier, especially with reapplication. Us oily people can get just oilier and oilier throughout the day. And it's super fast absorbing, as you can see. I could put this in my facial hair as well. There's no whiteness, nothing sticking to my facial hair. I love this. No stingy eyes, no stingy skin. One of my new favorite sunscreens, just because it's everything a chemical sunscreen should be. And also, let's very, very briefly talk about one of my favorite moisturizers, the COSRX Advanced. This is a whole COSRX video. Advanced Nail 92 All-in-One Cream. We have a lot going on here. We have a lot going on in these serums, a lot of actives, and whilst they are all created to counteract any possible irritation, it's always nice to take extra care of your skin. We have some amazing skin barrier-loving ingredients in those products, but the Advanced Nail Cream, All-in-One Cream, is viral for a reason. It's soothing, it's calming, lightweight, and super hydrating as well. If you put this on with the hyaluronic acid, spray, hyaluronic acid, spray, hyaluronic acid, spray, cream, your skin is gonna look like so nice, so dewy, so plump. What I love about this is it looks like and feels like it should be a really heavy cream, but it's not. It's super lightweight. It's like this kind of like liquidized jelly that you just like slither all over your skin and neck, and it moisturizes it, hydrates it out, that greasy finish, while caring for your skin as well. I'll be honest, I think for COSRX, I love all their products. So when I saw them come out with this line that's kind of like those actives that we're used to, all that kind of stuff, and these high percentages, I was like, oh, this might be where they lose me a little bit. And I was nervous. I was like, I'm gonna have to like say no to this, but I've really honestly been enjoying these products so much. I'm so happy with the retinols, especially because I thought retinols were never for me ever again, and some aren't. I'm using the Selfless by Hyram one, which has been really nice as well, but this cream is just like on another level of retinol creams I've never used before. So yes, remember, you can get 40% off one of the James XRX duo sets in the description box down below, and also using code JamesCosRX35 to get 35% discount at COSRX.com. Thank you so much again to COSRX for sponsoring today's video and continuing to work with me. All products separately anyway will be linked in the description box down below. You can check out some more product reviews here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.